This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Jessica Luther from Alpena County Library. Good morning, Jessica.
Good morning, Nancy.
And I know we got to get right to your list because you've got an awful lot to talk about.
We always do. First things first, though, this afternoon we have Matthew Ball, the Boogie Woogie Kid, coming at 2 p.m. He's doing the music of New Orleans and swing. He's a big superstar among the library circuit, so we're really thrilled to be able to bring him up. We collaborated with Presque Isle District Library to bring him up, and he has thousands of YouTube views. He's just a great performer, and we are thrilled to have him here this afternoon at 2.
Okay, I hope everyone comes right away.
Yes. So we've got Nancy doing her technology and computer classes. For the middle schooler to high schoolers, we have our coding club, and with our new virtual reality system that the Friends of the Library have purchased us, the kids are going to be learning to code their own virtual reality games and experiences.
Wow.
So anyone that's interested from middle school to high school, every Thursday afternoon from 4 to 5 p.m., you can come whenever you want. You don't have to come every week. You can drop in one week and not the next. But we're super excited about that.
Oh,
and
yes. And what an opportunity to be able to do that right in your own community.
Yes, and virtual reality, it's really being used in a lot of careers now. And doctors are using it to learn how to do surgeries. So it's nice to see that Alpena is kind of on the cutting edge of the newer educational trends. But then she's also for the lower tech stuff. She's got her upcoming class tomorrow night is using Facebook.
Okay.
And that's from 6 to 8. That registration and a Facebook account is required, but give the library a call to set that up. And then she'll be doing the following Monday. We have Introduction to Instagram. You see some people are coming off of Facebook and now they prefer to use Instagram, kind of avoid the drama.
Right.
So they're doing Instagram now, and that again is from 6 to 8. And all of our computer classes are $5.
Okay.
So
that's steal in town.
It is. It's really she does such a great job and walks you through it. So that's pretty exciting for us. And she has her Tinker Tuesday. She has 2 dates coming up, April 16th and the 30th from 3 to 5. And that is for anyone ages 5 and up. They can come to the first floor of the library, and she will have all sorts of hands-on activities, low-tech and high-tech. We have the 3D printer out. She usually has some of her lower-tech coding things, Lego, crafts, all sorts of fun stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, 3 to 5, you just come and she'll let you play with whatever.
Okay.
Yep. So on Earth Day, which is April 22nd, we are doing a program that is following our Third Coast Conversations project through the Michigan Humanities Council. But it's also an Earth Day and National Poetry Month event. April is National Poetry Month. So we have poet, writer, and activist Allison Swan coming. She's coming up from Ann Arbor. She will be sharing some of her writing. She does poetry, she does spoken word, and a lot of it is focused on water writing, women in the water. So she is going to be facilitating that and then inviting the public to share their own writings.
Oh, wow.
So anyone, all of you, that may have some poems at home or spoken word pieces or are feeling inspired, they're invited to share those with the rest of the group. So we'll have that and we'll have some refreshments. And that's April the 22nd, which is Monday, from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. We're really excited about that.
All my poetry starts with roses are red, violets are blue.
I feel you. But yeah, so we're having a literary celebration of the water. So we're, the Great Lakes, it's so inspiring. How can you not look at the water and feel poetic?
Right.
And then another thing we have the very next day, it's going to be a very, very busy week at the library. We have the guys from Under the Radar Michigan coming. They host a show on Detroit Public Television, WCMU, and Michigan Public Television. And for people who aren't familiar, they travel through the state and kind of find the really cool things that are happening in Michigan, cool businesses, organizations, places to visit, and they're just an enjoyable, fun, loving
yes.
group. So they're coming to do a program called Under the Radar, How It All Started, and it's Tom Dalden and Jim Edelman, and they're going to be telling the story. It's an inspirational story of reinvention and discovery, and how they do the show, why they're doing the show, and sharing some stories of their travels. There will be books available for purchase.
Okay.
So be sure to bring your money for that. But we were really honored because they contacted us.
Wow.
To come and speak at the library. So we are expecting a good turnout. It is free and open to the public. You may want to arrive a little early, but it's April the 23rd at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And then going into May, we will be doing some Monday night movies starting May the 6th at 6:30. It's going to be a teen movie night. And we are going to be showing the movie adaptation of Angie Thomas's book, The Hate You Give.
Oh.
And that's, about an African-American teen who witnesses her friend being killed by a police officer, and he's unarmed. So we are inviting teens ages 13 to 18 to join us for that movie evening on May the 6th.
Okay.
It is rated PG-13, so just for parents to know.
Okay.
And then on May the 20th, we are doing a movie with some of the well-known, it's kind of a documentary with Eileen Atkins, Judi Dench, Joan Plowright, and Maggie Smith, and they will be talking about their friendships and how they got started in the theater, the differences between being in live theater and being in movies, and about their careers. And I thought that was just a really lovely, lovely thing to have on a Monday evening, and that's not rated because it's just some lovely British ladies talking about acting. And then June the 3rd is our final one, and that is a documentary on Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So that came out last year. It's been really well received. She is really become a pop
trailers for it, and it's like, wow, they're amazing.
Yes, and she's really become such a pop culture icon. And the documentary didn't come here, so we're showing it at the library on June the 3rd at 6:30. So that is, it's just, we are just plowing through the month of April and May.
So what's the best way for people to find out about all these
So you can check our event calendar on our website at any time. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And just call the library. Our ladies at the desk are always happy to answer any questions. And
356-6188.
It is. And if you want to get straight to the circulation desk, you just hit 10.
Okay.
Yep. But yes, we're wrapping up taxes. AARP just did a phenomenal job helping all of our seniors and low-income families getting their taxes done. It's just, the people go upstairs, they have one look on their face of just utter dread, and then they come back down and they're like, thank goodness this is done, I feel so much better. So we're really glad that they offer that service here at the library.
Okay, I want to thank you very much for being here today, and I look forward to talking to you next month.
Thanks, Nancy.
Thank you. I'll be right back with some information from Alpena Senior Center following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last two guests are both from Alpena Senior Center. I have Annie Hepburn and BJ Sanders. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, and thanks for having us, Nancy.
Thanks for being here. And I always tell everyone, when you walk by the senior center, the door opens and you hear those wonderful sounds. It's real sensory, and then you smell those wonderful smells. And I just want to let people know that all comes at a cost, and it's an important program that you do, and particularly the Meals on Wheels program that you do that help the people who are homebound and who can't get to the center for the congregate meals. And Ken's March Against Hunger is one of those wonderful fundraisers that helps those programs thrive.
Yes, and that fundraiser is going through April 26th, and that all those funds will be to help our food programs, such as the Meals on Wheels. We service about 200 clients and about 5,000 Meals on Wheels a month.
That's amazing.
And it's the cost of the food that keeps going up, the containers that we serve it with, so they get the hot meals.
Yes.
Yeah, so that fundraiser is going through the end of April.
And as we say every time, it's not just having that meal brought to them, it's having that person, that contact with a person during the day who's checking on you, making sure you're okay, and making sure that you're safe and things are good in your home.
Correct, yeah. Those drivers actually do the wellness check, and they connect with them. And, if a driver's off for a reason, the client is asking where they are at. So, there is a strong connection between the person and our staff member.
And you know, BJ, I see you have the newsletter with you. You know, it has to be one of the nicest newsletters in town. Just hold that up for a moment.
Yes.
You know, it always looks so nice and so pretty, and it has, you know, stories in it, things about the seniors who's donated money, the card clubs, has the schedule of events, it has the meal planning, which I always like to see what you folks are serving, because it gives me ideas for home. Or I'll say, hey Mom, the senior center is having this, and try to get her to go there. And you know, it's just a wonderful publication. It has health tips and funny things and fun things in it, and I know you have advertisers in there too. Do you have any more room for any more advertisers?
So we, our advertisement comes through Allegra, and I
Okay.
believe there are a few spots open. So if
Okay.
anybody would like to advertise, I would encourage them to call Allegra.
Okay.
So that would be great.
Okay, and you had something particular to talk to us
Well,
about
yes,
today.
I just happened to open right up to the soup and bread fundraiser that we're doing at the Senior Center, and that's in support of Ken's March Against Senior Hunger.
Wonderful.
So we partnered with our project student entrepreneurs from ACES Academy and got our bakery kicked off at the Senior Center. So part of what we're doing for this fundraiser is you can get a loaf of homemade bread, either white, wheat, or French, and a choice of 3 different soups every week up until the end of April. We did it also through March.
Wow.
And it's been amazing. The breads have just really been amazing coming out of the ovens. Talk about smells. We're also baking cookies, but again, what we're doing right now is a loaf of bread, a quart of soup for $12.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
So you order it during the course of the week, and then you can pick that up for your Friday night meal on Friday.
Oh, wonderful. That sounds really good. Give me an idea of what some of the soups are.
Okay, so this week we're featuring beefy vegetable,
Okay.
cream of broccoli, and Russian soup.
Ooh.
And like I said, every week we have something different. Next week will be chicken noodle, cream of potato, and minestrone.
Okay.
And the last week will be beefy vegetable, cream of mushroom, and Russian.
Okay.
And everybody's in love with our cream of mushroom soup. So all
sounds
you have
good.
to do is call the Senior Center throughout the course of the week. Order that. You can pick it up on Friday.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
And Annie, you wanted to talk about Alzheimer's.
Yes, that is one of the programs that we, myself and BJ, really are real passionate about, and feel that the community needs to be aware of the resources that are available, and if they don't know where to go, to come to us so that we can link them up to those resources. We have a resource library there. We do one-on-one conversations. We also host an early onset support group for the early stage dementia person. So the
Okay.
person with the early stages. There are support groups in the community for caregivers, but that person that's just early diagnosed doesn't know what to do. A lot of times, and it's no fault of any physician or anything, but a lot of times people leave a doctor's office with a new diagnosis. It can be Alzheimer's, it can be any chronic illness, and they don't know what to do next. Where do they go? And it's overwhelming.
Yes, absolutely.
So we want to be that link between the clinics, physicians, home cares, whatever agency, to help those people on that journey, not only the caregivers, but the person with the disease.
Now, do you actually have support groups at the center for people too, for family members, then that their family members are diagnosed?
We don't do the caregiver support
Okay.
groups, but there are 2 in
Okay.
Alpena. We do the one for the person with the early stage
Okay.
dementia.
Okay, so what other services do you offer then for families?
So we actually do annually like a year-long series or a 6-month series, which is in the planning stages right now, bringing different presenters in and resources for them.
Okay.
So again, that's in the planning stages. And then we recently got approved through the Community Foundation for a grant. We named it It Takes a Community, because it does take a community.
Yes, it does.
With dementia, and so myself and BJ and potentially another staff member is going to become certified as a certified dementia practitioner.
Okay.
So we'll be able to educate like the firefighters, EMS,
Wonderful.
service clubs, just how can we all be on the same page in the community when we're dealing with a person with dementia. We also would also like to reach out to some of the grocery stores, because as you know, somebody might be coming grocery shopping, get there, but they don't know why they're even there.
Okay.
So we want to reach out to the community agencies and organizations so we can all be impacting those people and helping them through that process.
Wow, thank you for doing that and going through that training. That's wonderful.
We'll be trained in June, so we're pretty excited about that.
Oh,
We've
you
been
should
wanting
be.
to do that, and through the Community Foundation, we are able to do that.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, now let's talk about congregate meals because we're almost out of time. So when can we come and get congregate meals?
Monday through Thursday. Well, Monday through Friday is the lunch meal.
Okay.
11:30 to 12:30.
Okay.
And then the evening meal is Monday through Thursday, 5 to 6. It changes with the time changed, so I always get confused. And the donation for anybody 16 over is a suggested donation of $3.50.
Okay,
Anybody under 60 is a $7 fee.
okay. And BJ, I think we have enough time for you to run down some programs that you do there for the seniors too.
Oh, gosh. Empowered Movement is a big program that we do at the
Yes.
Senior Center, and that is a collaboration with Thunder Bay Therapy and the Senior Center. They do the assessments, quarterly assessments, again, a year-long program that we do. And what it's done for our exercise class at the Senior Center is it went from about 20 people. Today, our exercise class had over 75 people
I
in the
couldn't believe
class.
how many people last time I was there. I thought, wow.
Yes, and it's not just the number of people, it's what those people are getting and what they want to share with us that they're getting from that. They're getting stronger, which is helping their balance. I think that's the most amazing, one of the most amazing programs that we do at the center.
Okay. We're out of time. Thank you both very much for being. Annie, how can people find out about all these programs? What's the easiest way?
They can contact the Senior Center at 989-356-3585. Anything with Alzheimer's, they can ask for myself or BJ.
Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster, president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to have as our guest this morning Roy Smith, UTT instructor at Alpena Community College. Welcome, Roy.
Thank you, Dr. McMaster.
And Hunter Miller, UTT student.
Good morning.
So you guys had some great news this past week, so why don't you just go ahead and share it? We'd love to hear it.
Okay, well, we took a very long trip out to Mitchell, South Dakota in a college van and competed against schools from all around the country in the College Lineman Rodeo. And once again, we were the rodeo champions, and also this year we had the overall individual champion in Hunter Miller.
Wow. Hunter, how'd that feel?
It was awesome. At first we didn't think we were going to do as well as we did, but then when we started hearing all the times, and then for the individual award, when I won by like more than a minute and a half overall. So that was, when they said that, I was like, beat by a long shot.
Yeah, that had to feel good. So what were some of the competitions that you had to do in the individual?
The 4 events. First one was C1 framing. It's just framing up a cross arm, and then there's a cross arm change out, and then obstacle climb, and the knowledge test. And we, as a team, we won all of them except the cross arm change out.
Roy, how's that make you feel as an
It
instructor?
made me feel great, and I don't think that you can quite grasp the magnitude of winning this competition as an individual by nearly, over a minute, when 2nd through 5th place were decided by less than 2 seconds.
Wow.
So the speed and efficiency that Hunter worked at that day was pretty amazing. And then, of course, it's college, and a big part of this test that we do each year, or this rodeo, is the written exam. And I'd explained to my boys that we had a rotten winter, obviously, so not a lot of time to practice. That if we could go out there and do super well in the written exam, and really well in the C1 framing event, which we can practice indoors, that we could still win this rodeo. And they were believers, and they went out and proved it. I thought one of the funniest moments was our student Dan Ailing, who was also on this team. And Dan went in and saw the trophies before the rodeo started, and there was a whole table full of trophies. And Dan hasn't said 2 words all year, hardly. He's a very quiet guy. He looks back at us and he says, "We're going to have to get a bigger van to take all these home." And it proved out he was right.
Oh, what a great experience.
We did manage to squeeze them in the same van with us, but trying to get 10 boys this size into a 12-passenger van along with all their gear and trophies made for a rather tight trip from South Dakota.
It was a long trip.
A long trip?
Long trip.
How far out there was it?
Right between 900 and 1,000 miles. It was along up and across the UP, through a blizzard on the Mackinac Bridge, and icy roads across US 2. And, but, you know, thank God we weren't going this week, or we might not have gotten home until after graduation.
So, Hunter, yes, you know, how did you get attracted to the line UTT program at ACC? And I guess there's two questions. And what's been your experience?
I started working construction back in high school, and I enjoyed it, but I thought I could be happier doing something else. And then one of my friends, Kyler Lair, went through this program, and he told me about it, told me I should give it a shot, and so I did, and I fell in love. It's awesome. I like all the instructors there. They know what they're talking about, and everything. I came in here not knowing anything about electricity, so I can't believe how much I've learned already, and made a lot of good friends coming here for a year. That's been cool.
I see that from the outside as a really strong part of an incredibly strong program, is the bonding that takes place among the students and between the students and the instructors as a real strength. And what are your employment goals or opportunities?
I'm hoping to make it with consumers. I'm going to be going to one of the 10 weeks here after school gets out.
Sure.
So that's my goal right now.
Explain that program, that partnership.
Sure. We have you know, a regular utility tech certificate, which is 2 semesters, 9 months long, but then there's an advanced certificate, which is in partnership with Consumers Energy. And students that are part of the regular utility tech certificate can apply for this program. They go through interviews and through a very intense 3-day orientation course to get selected to go to Consumers Energy. And then it's one additional semester, basically, a 10-week semester that they would do in the summertime at the Marshall Training Center, which is Consumers Energy's training center, using instructors from Consumers. But those that complete that successfully then are eligible for Step 1 apprenticeship with Consumers Energy. And we're talking jobs here that pay $35.74 an hour to start.
Yeah. Wow. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You and I have been to Marshall. We love that training center and kind of modeled it, I think, the design of the EPTC after that.
We did, yes. Yeah, after touring there and seeing it, I mean, obviously we wish we could have built the size of climbing arena that they had, but the rest of our facility, in fact, now Consumers is copying part of our facility in that the way that we set up our computer lab and so on was the way that they wanted to do theirs.
Well, the program has been 26, 27 years now?
Greater.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Dr. McMaster, next year, or this class that we're orientating later this week, this will be the 30th class at ACC.
And what an amazing program. This is not the first time you folks have done well at the competition.
No, we've been competing since 2008, and this is our 4th national championship.
And you have how many students in the program?
Each year we're starting with 60 in the climbing portions of the program, but if you take the associate degree, the advanced certificate degree, add up all the students, and it's well over 100.
That's amazing. And Hunter, you've enjoyed your time at ACC?
Very much.
Yeah, and you are hoping to get into that consumers program. Yeah, and you think line worker will be your career for life?
I'd like to think that, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great start. I mean, it's a great place to begin. It's a great beginning point, and it leads to so many other things. So, well, thank you folks for what you do. Roy, thank you for what you do. It's an amazing program. It's a stellar program for ACC. It draws a lot of students from, like Hunter, from outside our region, and that really helps. And when you succeed like you have in these competitions, it just brings a lot of pride to the college. Thank you, Hunter, for your efforts. And thank you folks for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town. with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at WBKB11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.